Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Chernobyl. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Angela, and today I am starting my journey with the show Chernobyl, a comedy. If you are new to my channel, I'm gonna, spoiler alert, tell you that I am very emotional. If you've been with me a long time, then you kind of know what to already expect. I expect this one to hit really hard. Thankfully, there's only 5 episodes, but it is something that I have wanted to watch for quite some time. I grew up in the 80s, so I had always heard Chernobyl being mentioned, and it was always like a major disaster. But I never knew what happened, and I had zero context other than a nuclear reactor meltdown. I don't even know if that's 100% correct. And the only other time that had ever happened that I remember is Fukushima, and that was because of an earthquake. I don't know what caused Chernobyl, but I do know it happening in the 80s and then Fukushima being more recent, that technology is much different, cleanup is different. Getting news out to people is even different, we all heard about Fukushima happening as it was happening. I don't know if that was the case with Chernobyl, and I'm not really expecting it to be more about the science, which is stuff that I particularly love. I think it's going to be more about the humans involved in it, and I'm looking forward to those performances. I know Jared Harris is in this. Ever since I watched The Expanse, everybody told me you have to watch Chernobyl, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him again because I think he's an excellent actor. But other than that, I don't really know. I don't even know where Chernobyl is. Is it Russia? Ukraine? I don't even know where Chernobyl is. I just know that it's like the Bermuda Triangle. Like, no one goes there. No one should go there. Like, it's radioactive. And so I am looking forward to having the human parts of the story being told to me, and really feeling those deeply and being able to share that with you guys. So I'd say I'm excited. I'm not, but I'm very, very intrigued, and I'm looking forward to getting the performances that I think we're gonna get. So guys, let's get into it.
What is the cost of lies?
Jared Harris, right at the beginning.
Mistake them for the truth.
And a kitty cat.
The real danger is that if we hear enough lies, then we no longer recognize the truth at all. What can we do then? In this story, it was
Moscow.
Anatoly Dyatlov. He was the best choice. And as for what Dyatlov did do, the man doesn't deserve prison. He deserves death.
Ooh, okay. Is he responsible?
But instead, 10 years for criminal mismanagement.
Criminal mismanagement? That's what they're saying that was? Was that Dyatlov, whatever his name was? Hopefully they say it again. They probably will. Was that just optics? Like justice being served? I don't know if the guy out in the car was there to pick that up or not. Why did I think he was going to get shot right then and there? I've seen too many, dramatic movies. Why were there 4 plates of food? Oh no. Oh. I figured that was coming. The 4 plates of food, the dramatic music, the ticking of the clock. Oh my God. Yeah, comedy. Ukraine. Okay, it was Ukraine. 2 years and 1 minute earlier. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's the guy, Dyatlov.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys tell me.
The turbine hall. The control system tank, hydrogen.
Oh.
You and Toktanov, you morons, blew the tank. Get the backup pumps running, we need water moving through the core, that is all that matters.
There is no core.
What do you mean?
It exploded. The core exploded.
The core exploded, not nitrogen?
He's in shock, get him out of here.
The lid is off. The stack is burning. I saw it.
You're confused, RBMK reactor cores don't explode.
Will you listen? Now I can see why.
Get the hydrogen out of the generators and pump water into the core.
What about the fire?
Call the fire brigade.
To go into the core? Oh, I already hate this man. I already hate this man with the fire of 1,000 suns. Or a reactor core. Why would you just ignore that man? You just don't want to believe that it's true. What are we looking at with like the smoking rocks and stuff? Is that radioactive?
You're not on call tonight?
Bringing everybody in, military and civil. This is a big one.
Is he fire brigade?
But it doesn't look right. The color.
Private says he thinks they're shining floodlights or something.
And what if they're chemicals?
Yeah, they are.
That's the worst of it. Go back to bed.
I'm only saying this because I know it's not the worst of it, but like, he's a professional at his job. He has to assume that. What did they do to blow the core? I would not be walking down that hallway.
Where's the dosimeter? Yeah.
God, is it gonna go like... Y'all should get out of that room, but is the dosimeter gonna like jump like a lot?
It's 3.61. That's as high as it goes. The good one's locked in a safe. I don't have a key. Your face.
Is he like burnt from radiation? And I remember the guys back in the control room, they said something about tasting metal. Metal. Were they tasting blood? Oh, these men are just getting cooked and they don't even know it yet.
Stay here. I'll come back.
This is horrid. And it's just the beginning. The dark hallways and stuff are just making me think like we're gonna get like a zombie, and I know that that's not real. Like that's not going to happen, but like worse. Oh, Victor. Oh God. Is that ash that's falling on him right now? Nuclear ash? Everyone gets so mad that I say nuclear instead of nuclear.
I tried calling for the electricians.
I don't give a shit about the panel. I need water in my reactor core. Get down there and make sure those pumps are on. Now.
He's sending these men to their death.
What does the dosimeter say?
3.6 Roentgen, but that's as high as the meter.
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
It could go higher than that. It's maxing out. It could be 3 times that.
We did everything right.
Did we? That guy didn't look too sure. And that guy's wife said something about it wasn't the right color. I mean, it looks like fire to me. Like, what was she seeing? That's not just the roof.
Vasily. Oh, Vasily, what's this?
I don't know, Misha. Don't fuck around with it.
Was that like part of the reactor core?
You taste metal. Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
The valves, Misha. The valves, go.
Is his hand already messed up from holding that? Oh my gosh. I'm a dental assistant and I've worked with like x-rays for well over 2 decades. And it's always a fear that it's like going to do something to you.
I don't think there are control rods. I don't think there's a core. No, you're mistaken.
No, he's not.
Akimov said.
Why are you guys not listening? But what I was saying is that, like, for years, you know, lead aprons, lead vests, all that stuff, and now because of digital radiography, you can be right next to the patient and nothing is on your dosimeter at all. No microamounts or anything.
Get on his horse!
Oh God, like these men are already... His hand is doing that from touching that brick? Oh, you're standing right next to it. You're breathing it in. Oh my God. Oh God, you guys are dead. I can't believe during something like this, like an emergency, they don't have like protective gear on at all. Even if they could get back, like, would the guy even believe them? That's not right, guys. Oh, God. You guys are dead. You're so dead. Oh, that guy's face. Oh! I feel like those guys are gonna melt before they even get back to the control room.
Do you want to come with us?
Come where?
Going to the railroad bridge to get a better look.
No.
Not anyone can sleep with all the sirens.
I don't think you should go. It could be dangerous.
Absolutely.
It's a fire. It's over there. We're over here.
Mikhail.
What?
Have you guys never seen a fire before? Why do you have to go look at it? Looky-loos.
Did he say it was bad?
No, he said it was just a roof.
Well, he's never gotten hurt before. None of the boys have. He'll be fine. Get some rest.
Yeah, girl, your gut instinct is correct.
Scott, I looked right into it.
Did you lower the control rods or not?
There are none.
Take him to the infirmary. Dr. Knopf, take him!
Don't touch him!
He's delusional.
Oh my God, listen! Oh my
Ruptured
God.
condenser lines. The feed water is mildly contaminated. He'll be fine. I've seen worse. Do we still have a phone line to the outside?
I'm with the guy at the beginning. This guy deserves death.
Well, I don't know if I can make things better for you. But I can certainly make them worse.
What a great attitude to have. Threaten people.
Call in the day shift, Comrade Akimov.
Yes, Comrade Yakov.
You're gonna call more people to come in. Don't you dare. Just sending so many people to their deaths.
They haven't brought anyone in from the fire.
What fire?
The power plant.
Oh, it mustn't be too bad.
Or everyone's
They
dying.
stock iodine.
Iodine pills? Why would we have iodine pills?
Exposure. Just a failure on so many different levels. Sorry for sniffing, guys. I'm already just feeling this show on a visceral level. Anger, upset, hate, aggravation, frustration. Those poor people.
Whatever the cause, the important thing is that neither you nor
And it's happening at night. I bet if it were happening during the day, more people would be freaking out because I'm sure that the smoke cloud is just ginormous. And all that ash raining down on people, getting into the atmosphere and then it raining. Oh my God.
I take it the safety test was a failure?
It was a safety test that failed. Cool.
Tank is quite large. It's the only logical explanation. Of course,
but not the
Deputy
correct one.
Chief Engineer Dyatlov was directly supervising the test, so he would know best.
So we're just gonna pass blame here.
What about radiation?
Obviously down here is nothing but in the reactor building, I'm being told, 3.6 Rontgen per hour.
Well, that's not great, but it's not horrifying.
It's maxing out. I am so mad right now.
Have them use a good meter from the safe. Right.
The good meter? So they're using a bad one right now? I know the rotogen wasn't higher on that other one, but like, does it mean that those weren't really working correctly? Or just there's more gauge to go off of the good one? You guys should not... Oh boy. You guys should not be watching this. Is that ash falling? Oh no. Oh, the baby. The kids playing. Why are they even awake? Why are they even out looking at this? I don't know, maybe this is the incident that like made everyone start to wear like radioactive cover, like gas masks, but like not gas, but like masks to keep out radiation.
Do you need help? It's over.
Oh! Well, there goes your hand. Is it water from the fire brigade? Just a little nuclear bath now. God, their faces are all red. They're just being cooked alive.
Pumps are gone. The electrical's gone.
The core?
I didn't go in there and I won't.
Smart.
I think it's time we
No, we have to get water into the core, otherwise there'll be a meltdown.
There's already a meltdown.
Watch the panel while we're gone.
It's not working.
Just watch it.
It's like trying to treat a paper cut when you've had your whole leg blown off.
First, the accident is well under control.
There's mild radiation, but it's limited to the plant itself.
No, it isn't.
Excuse me?
You saw men outside vomiting. You saw men with burns.
Thank you.
There's more radiation than they're saying. We have wives here. We have children. I say we evacuate the town.
Smart.
Gentlemen,
no one's going to listen to him, but...
Please, my wife is here. Do you think I would keep it in Pripyat if it wasn't safe?
Bukhanov.
You don't want to admit there's anything wrong.
It's glowing.
The Cherenkov effect. Completely normal phenomenon, can happen with minimal radiation.
Who are you?
I wonder how many of you know the name of this place.
The Vladimir I. Lenin Nuclear Power Station.
Exactly. Vladimir I. Lenin.
Who is this?
No, the state tells us the situation here is not dangerous. Have faith, comrades. The state tells us it wants to prevent a panic. Listen well.
You should always behave as though something is worse than it really is.
But it is my experience that when the people ask questions that are not in their own best interest, they should simply be told to keep their minds on their labor and leave matters of the state to the state. We seal off the city.
Oh.
No one leaves.
Great.
And cut the phone lines. Contain the spread of misinformation.
Yep. Stop communication. That's how you stop misinformation, right?
We will all be rewarded for what we do here tonight. This is our moment to shine.
Because you're radiated.
I sent my dosimetrist into the reactor building. The large dosimeter from the safe, the one with 1,000 Röntgen capacity.
What was the number?
1,000?
There was none. The meter burned out the second it was turned on.
Over 1,000.
It's another faulty meter. You're wasting our time.
I checked the meter against the control.
What's wrong with you? How'd you get that number from feed water leaking from a blown tank?
I think there's graphite on the ground in the rubble.
You didn't see graphite?
I did.
You didn't. You didn't! Because it's not there!
Then go look and check yourself.
What? Are you suggesting the core exploded?
Yes.
So please tell me how an RBMK reactor core explodes.
I can't.
Are you stupid?
No.
Then why can't you?
Obviously something was faulty.
I don't see how it could explode. But it did.
Enough. I'll go up to the vent block roof. From there, you can look right down into reactor building 4. I'll see it with my own eyes.
Yeah, you go look at it with your own eyes.
You go then.
No, I don't want to.
Go to the vent block roof and report back what you see.
No.
There you go. Good.
No, I won't do that.
Of course you will.
You guys go.
You'll be fine. You'll see. Come on.
I hate when people say that. It's like, it'll be fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. No worries. It'll be fine. When there's actual reason to worry.
Sorry. There's nothing to be sorry for. We did nothing wrong.
Does he know
We
something?
did.
What? What did they do? He knows. He knows how it could have exploded. When this guy can't answer it, that guy knows. They're making him look by gunpoint. Pretty much sending a guard to make sure he does it. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Is it gonna be bright red? Yeah. The nurse is toast. All of these medics are toast. Yep. All because you didn't believe them. To be determined if he could have prevented it. So is he like a reporter, an investigative reporter, investigator? I know, I'm just asking too many questions. Stop talking, watch it.
Valerie Legasso?
Yes?
You're the Legasso is the first deputy director of the Kurchatov Institute of Atomic Energy.
I am. Who am I
This is
speaking?
Boris Sherbina. There's been an accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
How bad is it?
No need to panic. There was a fire. It's mostly put out. The system control tank exploded.
Yes, I see. Any contamination?
Oh, yeah.
It's mild. The plant manager, Brukhanov, is reporting 3.6 Röntgen per hour.
That's actually significant. You should evacuate the
You're an
surround.
expert on RBMK reactors, correct?
I know I'm supposed to be listening, and I am, but is that Stellan Skarsgård? So then he was investigating this for 2 years, and it made him want to end it because he looks incredibly younger, so he was definitely affected by the radiation as well. does that help, like, cool the core at all? Stop it from emitting into the sky? Just an ash cloud headed towards them. I mean, the city's going to be sealed off and they can't leave. Did people make it out of this? I mean, obviously they had to have to tell the story, but like, what was that like? Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, welcome to Chernobyl. Okay, it was Stellan Skarsgård. Didn't see him, but I definitely know that voice. Let's see, Lumila and Vasily. I think that those are the couple that like we're focusing on pretty tightly because he's part of the fire brigade and she very much was worried about it. Leonid seemed to be the guy down by the pumps that said something was definitely wrong. I don't know if he's with Akimov. He might be. Dyatlov. Don't like that guy. I don't know how I'm going to know these names. I'll probably learn them by the end. Okay, the absolute anger that I am feeling for just when multiple people are trying to tell you that it's the core and you don't believe them. Now, I know that they were like, have you ever heard of a core exploding? And that makes me wonder, like, what happened? Because Leonid kept saying he was sorry. And I think he was down there with Akimov. But Dyatlov, I don't like him. He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. And, you know, like you're supposed to surround yourself with people that you can trust what they're saying or that they know what they're talking about. You want the best around you, right? So why wouldn't you listen to them? I know, like, just because you don't want it to happen, and if you keep saying that's not what's happening, that like that'll make that true, that's not really how like things work. And it's infuriating how many people were sent to their deaths because he didn't believe that that's what happened. And you know, it's the visceral feeling that I had from my anger about him not listening and continuing to think that he knows everything, but then sending people out, having them call and bring the day shift in, call the fire brigade. Oh, you know, I don't know how anybody really would have escaped this unscathed, but like it didn't need to go down this way. And the guy picking up the graphite and just being like, what is this? And me immediately knowing that that was the core. Like, it didn't burn him essentially, but it burned him. Like, it wasn't like oh, this is too hot to handle. It radiated. It microwaved him. Oh my God. And who is that? That had to be, because we had Vasily. Maybe it was Misha. Was that his name? I'm trying to read the cast list because there's like Dyatlov, Akimov, Taptatunov, Victor, Alexander. Like, there's so many people, whomever of. That made me think of Miracle. Oh, man. But Lumila and Vasily, definitely, like, she's going to lose him. And she, like, knew something was dangerous. She's like, the color isn't right. Something's not right. Like, you shouldn't go and get a closer look. And all those people with their families just being covered in ash. Like I was saying, like, you know, like I've worked with X-ray machines and radiation for almost 23 years. And, you know, there have been times where I have like double covered pregnant women, or, you know, like we do thyroid collars and stuff to protect everybody's thyroid. And we do that for a very close up shot of very low radiation to penetrate a film. Now, again, 23 years ago, I started with film x-rays, and now I am using digital x-rays, and I can essentially hold it to their face, and I will not, nothing marks my dosimeters ever. So like it's almost next to nothing now, the radiation that we need for x-rays. And I can only imagine exponentially at a power plant. Oh my God, like the 3.9 radigen that they were getting. And I was like, what if it's double? What if it's triple? It maxed out at 2,000. It blew up the dosimeter, you know, and the one that the fire brigade had kept going up to 200, you know, and they were like trying to say, oh, it's faulty equipment. Obviously it's not working. And it's just like, I walked around like there was graphite on the ground. No, there wasn't. I would have loved if Dyatlov had gone up to the top and looked with his own eyes, but he got a little sick. So he gets carted away. He's at the hospital, what's further away. And we know that he's going to spend, 10 years in prison if he doesn't die from what had happened. But like his negligence, it was way more than negligence. 10 years. And again, that could be the government, that could be, the companies, money, like you name it, all trying to say like, let's just make this smaller than it really was. And he's accountable because, like, obviously he didn't know that that was going to happen. He ignored everybody every step of the way. I have a feeling they're going to make me care about Vasily, and he is going to go through an awful experience, and it's going to break my heart. Because Lumila knew. There's something was telling her something wasn't right. And everybody just, like, I was going to say, like I'm not an outdoor cat. So even if there's something happening, like if there's fireworks outside, I'm not outside watching it. Like I'm just like, I don't care. Right. And if there's a fire, I'll be like, whoa, I hope somebody called, the fire department, but like, I'm not a looky-loo that's like, oh, let's get in the car and get closer and see what it is. Like that's not me. And, her saying like, that's not safe. And like the baby, like getting the ash and like it was getting caught in the woman's hair, the bird at the very end falling from the sky. I am already the first episode being torn up emotionally, and I don't have a direct tie. Like, I'm not like, oh, we've gotten this huge backstory about Vasily and Lumila, but what we have gotten has been enough for me to worry not only just about them, but like, I feel like that's the couple that like we're going to focus on, and it's going to break my heart. The doctor in the hospital asking about iodine. It's like, why don't we have iodine pills? Like we're stocked with iodine pills. If you're that close to a power plant, why don't you have those? I'm just saying, what a failure by the state hospital officials, power plant officials, the overall government of Ukraine. The city of Chernobyl was so let down. Like no protective gear whatsoever. Like I was talking about like lead aprons and like vests and, the thyroid collars and stuff that we make people wear for a tiny little tsk. And the worst thing about radiation is it's all cumulative, so like the kids that are growing up and they're getting like the digital x-rays will never have near as much radiation from dental x-rays now. Phones, all of that other stuff, like their studies will tell us, like what those will do to us. And, especially guys carrying them around in their pockets. And, thankfully I don't really have my phone on me that often, but it is in front of my face, like it's just only time will tell. Only time will tell. Well, when I say I'm excited to watch the next episode, because I almost said I want to see the fallout. I don't want to see the fallout because of what fallout means. But I need to know how it took 2 years for Valery Legasov to hang himself for what he knew and what he saw. And he didn't feel like justice was served. I don't feel like justice was served, only from what I know. And, millions of people, like they said, like 2 million people would die. They're sealing off the city. They're not allowing people to leave. They're essentially, making it to where they can only get sick. Now, here's the thing is that, you do have to quarantine people that have been exposed. Like the nurses that were helping, like the doctor that was helping, she's dead, just give it time, or, she's going to lose a hand, or, cancer, like, even if it's not holding a graphite brick, it could be that over time you have lung cancer, you get skin cancer from the burns. I mean, so many other things, like women's reproductive organs being affected by it, children's reproductive organs being affected by it. Oh my God. And then cutting the phone lines. We can't let anybody get this information out. Right now it's 2024, and that's kind of how I feel about like a TikTok ban, is like it's stopping a form of communication. And to me is like anytime that stopped, you have to question why that's happening. And we haven't been given a legitimate reason as to why that's happening. And it would be the same thing if all of a sudden we can't access our phones, we can't call out for help, we can't report something, we can't record something, we can't get it to people that like need to see like what's going on. And there are a lot of countries that already do that, like North Korea. They don't allow certain things in, they don't allow certain things out. It's very much a controlled state, and you have to worry about that. When control is stopping the spread of information, not just misinformation, but information, period. Now, granted, misinformation comes with that, and there's really no way that you can control that other than to stop the spread of information, but you're also stopping people from knowing the truth, lies and truth. And unfortunately, like there's a lot of weeding out what is false and trying to figure out what the truth is. And I do think that my screen already went dark. Let's see if I can bring it back up. Valery Legoslav. I was going to say Jared Harris, but I want to remember the names. But what Valery was learning, what he had learned, and essentially what he ended his life for. And it said 2 years and 1 minute prior. So at 2 years, he could no longer go on with what he had learned. His face definitely showed that something had happened, whether it's radiation burns and age, or, constant exposure will change the way that you look. And man, this is not going to be an easy show to watch, but I'm happy I'm watching it, because obviously if we're getting this story, that there is information that made it out. And I don't know if it's just Valery's account of it, and that's what we're hearing and what we're getting. If it's multiple and different accounts of it, I don't know how many people made it out of Chernobyl to, tell the story, or if there's just, if it's a mass grave. I don't really know how it ended up, and what it looks like today. I mean, what do you take in there? You could take drones in there now, I guess, but like back in the day, like what'd you do? Like little Hot Wheel cars, not Hot Wheels, what were they? Like the remote control cars, a Mars rover, could you do that? Because you can't fly planes, like somebody's got to be in it. So like that's why drones would be great now. Can't do a hot air balloon, probably ignite the fire in the sky. There's like no real way to like go in there and check things out that is safe to a human back in the 80s. Now, obviously we have equipment that we could go in there with, but would you want to? I don't know. There's probably documentaries I could watch after this that would really give you an in-depth explanation, and I don't know if I want that. But this definitely got a rise of emotion out of me. Not only was there anger, but there was so much sympathy for those people. And, they didn't know any better. They were expecting to be taken care of, and that safety measures were there. And it's just a failure on so many levels, so many damn levels. I don't know what word to use to talk about the next episode, but if you want to watch the full length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to one episode early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. How'd you feel when you watched this episode? I'm enraged. I'm uncomfortable, incredibly uncomfortable, because like the little people, the regular civilians are the ones that end up being harmed the most out of all of this because they don't have upfront knowledge. They expect the state and hospitals to be able to take care of them. And we know that those are going to be failures on both ends. And these people just were failed in like such an epic way. And I don't mean epic like as in like an amazing way. I mean epic as in like catastrophic way. My God. But let me know what you think of the first episode. I really wish I had something cheerful. I need to like watch more comedies or something that's like fun because there's a lot of heaviness that's been on my channel lately. And while I love it and I love that it makes me feel, it also enrages me because a lot of stuff isn't like real or true. Like I'm watching an animated series that made me like bawl my eyes out, right? Like Doctor Who that makes me cry, but obviously is not based off of anything true. And this is about real human beings in a real situation that actually happened. And the people around them failed them greatly. So guys, come back here for the next episode. I'm going to hold that rage right here. And until then, I'll see ya.